Yo, what's going on guys, Arekkz here. Welcome back to another video for Monster Hunter Stories 2. And in this one, I want to give you a chance to take a look at some more gameplay. Another battle this time against none other than one of my favourite monsters, LAGIACRUS or LAGIACRUS, however you say it. Also, just before I go any further, I do want to sort of put a light spoiler warning here. I'm only going to say that because I am basically doing a fight that is around sort of midway through the game. I'm fighting LAGIACRUS, who of course you've seen in the trailers, you've of course seen, in various promotional materials, and most of our team you will of course have also seen in trailers. But that being said, because this is a point at sort of midway through the game, if there is anything potentially in my team that you don't necessarily want to see, then consider this your opportunity to step away. Again, no story stuff here, this is literally just gameplay against Laggy, but either way, that is your warning. I am super excited to finally have encountered this monster because, of course, it is one of those monsters that I've been wanting in my team for a long time. It's a monster that I want back in traditional Monster Hunter as well. I still hope that at some point Capcom decide to put it back in Rise because it would be fantastic, but until that day comes, I will of course just enjoy having it in my team in Monster Hunter Stories 2, which of course is what I did straight after, in fact actually before this hunt. I fought LAGIACRUS and then I went off and found it in a den, got the egg, it is now in my team. You won't see it being used in this one because I am still leveling it up, but I thought I would just give you guys a chance to watch a little bit more gameplay. I will say, for the most part, I'm going to let you guys watch this out, but one of the cool things about kind of combat in this game is that it definitely does go or sort of end up being a lot deeper than you initially think. If you guys have caught our review discussion, then of course I touched on this, but I feel like this fight, not necessarily a fight that requires that perfect level of min-maxing, but at this point in the game or sort of, around this area, you'll start getting to the point where you really want to start min-maxing your combat because there are some fights that you'll get to where, if you don't do things correctly, then you'll definitely have the NPC or the kind of enemy will take advantage of that, and sometimes when you're getting double attack back to back, things can get pretty emotional. So there are a couple of mistakes in this one, sort of picking the wrong monster by accident, but I will say, the combination of, the top level rock, paper, scissors system with the underlying ability to both focus your attacks and your monster's attacks to kind of like guarantee, for the most part, those double attacks, that is a game changer. Of course, learning when to use your kinship moves and sort of save them and not just use them straight away, so you can use it as a means to kind of interrupt enemy monster attacks, so you can kind of skip their turn basically. That's also incredibly useful, working out the sort of appropriate weak points so that you can then boost your kinship gauge as fast as possible. There's a lot of sort of elements that initially, early game, you may sort of take for granted. You'll just be like, it's fine, don't have to worry about it too much. And to a degree, you don't. You kind of just like unga bunga your way through. But as you do get further in the game, sort of learning to really pay attention to that and sort of plan out your battles so you can take full advantage of that is going to make a massive difference. So this is a pretty decent fight for the most part. I don't necessarily have in fact I definitely don't have my complete team for the time being, but I do have a few cool monsters that I'm happy with. I also have Zamtrios in my team, you'll see him in this fight. So yeah, definitely enjoying it a lot, still having a blast with this game, still sort of working my way through sort of building up my team, doing more things and kind of working out exactly who I want, because honestly the monster list is so damn big that I honestly don't know who is going to make it into my final roster, especially now we've seen some of that new DLC. Honestly, it's going to be quite difficult to choose. But for the time being, enjoy this. This is some gameplay against LAGIACRUS, and this is just one of the ones in the wild. Just ran into it in a den. Nothing super special. So let me know in the comments down below what you guys want to see. Of course, over the coming days, we'll be uploading and sharing more story stuff with you. Once the game starts to come out, we'll start working on some guides that, of course, can be helpful to all you guys. But in the meantime, if there are certain things you want to see, maybe you want to see particular monster fights, maybe you want to see certain gameplay things, maybe there are some things that you want explained in a sort of a guide, let me know in the comments down below. And of course, we'll be working on plenty of videos anyway, but if there are some things that you specifically want to see that we haven't sort of covered, we can aim to try and do that as well. Either way, enjoy the rest of this and keep it locked for plenty more. you want to catch more from us at Arekkz Gaming, don't forget you can catch the guys TwoSixNine and Paradise Central streaming over on Twitch weekdays, playing a variety of games. If you guys want to jump in, tune in, watch, and even join in, then make sure you check them out. The links to those are in the description box down below, and of course you can join the Discord to get involved in all of the discussions.